Welcome on BFM Business, everybody. I'm Jenny Barron and thrilled to be with you today. Since its outburst in 2017, digital assets have been at the center of the attention in the financial industry. Many banks have revealed their plans to offer cryptocurrency tradings and custody services in the short term. To explain us more about this, we are glad to welcome Adrien Treccani, CEO of METACO, a Swiss-based expert provider of custody infrastructure for financial institutions. Thank you so much for being with us, Adrien.
It's great to be here, John.
The first question will be very simple. Could you please explain exactly what you do?
Well, METACO is a Swiss-based company that is focused on managing cryptocurrencies and digital assets. Cryptocurrencies, you've heard probably about Bitcoin, Ethereum, all of these digital assets that you don't know where they live, who created them, how you store them and move them. And it's actually very hard to understand and even harder to store them securely. We've heard about all of these stories of exchanges or banks or companies that were storing many of these assets for their customers and went bankrupt. They're left with the money. And the reason is very simple, is that the whole security principle of Bitcoin and the cryptocurrencies relies on the notion of private key. A private key is like a very long password. And this is the only thing that you have to get access to your funds and to make sure that they are secure. So if this password is lost, stolen, or destroyed, you completely lose access to your funds and you have no recourse for that.
How about blockchain infrastructure? I think you really focus on it.
So we mostly focused about storing these keys, managing these keys in a banking environment. One thing is clear today, banks are starting to get involved with cryptocurrency. They want to offer these services to their clients. And for that, they need to have the right tools, to have the right way of managing these keys. And so METACO is providing them with the whole infrastructure, the whole platform, such that they can start offering to you services related to Bitcoin, Ethereum, tokens, and you can use them as easily as you would use euro or dollars.
So security is really the heart of your structure. We can totally trust you.
Oh, it is. Well, of course, many companies have always claimed that you could trust them entirely and have disappointed. We have built the company with the best-in-class engineering and security experts, and we have been recognized now with many customers on the market in banking, in technology. So we think indeed that we have one of the best solutions on the market for that.
What's so different about Silo?
Silo has been designed to work and rely on hardware security. It works on very specific chips that guarantee that the keys, these very long passwords, are stored in, and cannot get out of this chip. They are generated and stored in these keys and regulate what is the access protocol to authorize any transaction in the platform. So banks can then trust that there is no single point of failure, there is no single point of trust. These keys cannot be stolen by a hacker, cannot be leaked, and therefore they can trust that they have a platform where the keys and the assets are well secured.
Especially right now with all the dangers, like the digital dangers.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you've certainly seen about these companies losing credit card numbers or private confidential information or hospitals, things that are very critical. Well, if you can imagine about cryptocurrencies, it's even worse because if you've lost the data, the keys, well, you've lost all of the value. It's like losing a piece of gold or losing dollars, but you can't call your lawyer, you can't call your banker, it's too late, the money is gone. So you have to make sure that there is absolutely no way of stealing it.
What's the future? How do you see the outlook of the future?
Well, I would say that today we hear a lot about Bitcoin and Ethereum in terms of cryptocurrencies, but this market is growing very fast. There are now hundreds of new tokens or currencies that are popping up in the market. And the future is clearly to see security tokens. And by security tokens, I mean equities, fixed income securities, real estate being tokenized, and such that you can store them and use them as easily as Bitcoin on your smartphone or with your bank.
So the future is very positive for you.
Oh, very positive for the company and for this ecosystem.
Thank you so much for all these information, Adrien Treccani. I remind that you are the CEO of METACO. Come back anytime you want.
I'd be happy to. Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching and see you soon on BFM Business for sure.